Ladies and gentlemen, when you hear that sound, you know it is time for another episode of Last Chance Radio with David Benjamin. I am coming to you tonight with a special episode based on some things we have found with the help of some of my friends. Donna, Danny, and a few other people, and we are getting ready to bring it to you right now. And welcome to the show. You know what? I've been so tuning up the show, getting ready to go, I even forgot to put my headphones on. You'll have to forgive me for that. That feels backwards. Yeah, it is backwards. That's forwards. And actually, you're going to have to deal with me for 1 second here, because I want this behind me. Because we got some stuff to talk about tonight here. Oh, man. Forgive me for not being completely settled in before we started. I apologize. Okay. How do I start this? How do I get this one off the ground here? Well, I'm going to tell it to you as straight up as I can do it. What led me to where we're going tonight started... Well, it didn't actually start with the gunfight shootout in Jersey City. It didn't start there. And if you know any of the people that I know that I talk to on Twitter, and you can find me on Twitter anytime you want to, at DavidManOnFire, okay? If you got questions, comments, whatever. Also, if you go down there, you can click subscribe, and there's a little bell over there. And click on the bell so you see when there's new videos coming. And at the end, when this is finally up and posted, you can go down to the comments section and say anything you want. And if you say something intelligent, or you have some information, or something like that, I will respond to you. I will get back to you. It's one of the things I have said that I would do from the very beginning, and I absolutely have and will continue to do. And it doesn't matter where we go, I will always honor. It's kind of a pact. It's an agreement between us that that if you bring me something that bring me something, I will get back to you. I promise. All right, so let me get to the story, because it's important that this be clear and concise and very specific, because there is a lot of room in here for people to misconstrue and misdelineate where I'm coming from and what I'm saying. And I won't have it. Okay? So let me say this right off the bat. My name is David Benjamin. If that doesn't tell you I'm a Jew, then you probably haven't been on planet Earth long enough to understand how Jewish families name their children. David, like King David, and Benjamin. I'll let you figure that one out, because there's a couple of those. Why do I tell you that? I tell you that, and I am taking no time, no break, no air, no nothing, to say that if you think I am some kind of racist or some kind of anti-Semite because of what I'm about to tell you, then you're a moron. Now, This is a special episode, and why do I say it's a special episode? Because it's dealing with something that I've had on my mind and I've been seeing for a long time, and I actually still didn't have enough time to pull up all of the links and tabs that I wanted to show you. And I may even make you wait as I pull up a fresh and new tab while we're going through this. But let me get to the story, okay? And I do want to welcome you. I want to say hi. I'm very serious tonight, but that doesn't mean I can't show a little love, okay? And I appreciate you being here. Now, let's get to this, all right? Going back to the beginning of, and I did not know this until just recently, and I'm going to explain this all to you. And when you see the depths of how far this goes, you're going to be really astounded. So please bear with me. I'm going to hit it as quick and hard as I can, because I don't want to be on here doing this real long. I've got some natural discomfort in this because I'm a Jew and they're Jews, and there's a problem. I mean, it could be a problem for me. I could wake up with a 22 headache, you know? All right, so here we go. Going back to not just the beginning of the Trump administration, going back before that, and we'll come back to this, but going all the way back to the Jimmy Carter administration, the Chabad Lubavitchers, okay? Lubavitchers. You keep hearing about Chabad houses. You've heard me bring them up before if you watch my show. And I've always said there's some kind of satellite thing going on here. I mean, I don't get it. I'm not sure. Well, it's coming into focus. Okay? It's starting to present itself. And I really want to make sure you guys understand this. I'm a Jew. I'm what you would call, or what we call in the Jewish community, a Reformed Jew, which means I'm not, I'm not Orthodox, but I'm still Jewish, and I think I love Jewish people, and I think they're awesome, So, if you want to say that I'm some bad guy trying to pin blah, 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 go ahead and get ready and get your nails together and go find a cross or whatever, and I'll still be here when you get back, okay? But let me get to it. All right. What you're looking at is just some images of the Jersey City shooting that took place yesterday, okay? And it was and is now absolutely a fact that the lunatics who went and shot this place up went to go after the Lubavitchers, the Chabadniks, whatever you want to call them, okay? Now, why exactly would they do that? Well, it's come to light that they believe that the Chabadniks are not true Jews, and the guy who did this was a black Israelite and all that kind of stuff, okay? All right. That being said, that being put in front of you, okay, and that being the motive for the attack that took place, the guy was a nutbag, a freak, a lunatic with a long criminal history and probably mentally ill. Okay? Now that I said that, and I put that in front of you, okay, so why did I just show you that? I just showed you that because it started me down a path of thought that is going to lead me to showing you the rest of how I've made a connection. Let's put it that way. Okay. If you go back and look at some of my earlier shows, okay, you'll see that I bring up Chabad House in reference to Jared Kushner, Netanyahu, the Long Island Chabad House, etc., etc. I am not anti-Chabad. I don't judge like that. I mean, that's just, you be whatever religion you want to be. That's not my place to tell you what to be. However, if a group of people engage in what I would at very minimum, and I think this is what I want to call it, undue influence. Undue influence. This is the same kind of pay-for-play BS that the President of the United States is doing. With the Ukrainian things, I want you to do me a favor. You want your javelins? You want your $391 million worth of weaponry so you can shoot Russian tanks and make them go boom? Then I want you to do the Biden thing for me. Okay, so I'm not going down that road either because you've got a TV. You can go watch all that all you want all day. The things I'm going to bring to you is the stuff you're not going to see on MSNBC or CNN or Fox or NBC or ABC or CBS or PBT or PBS. Okay? My job is to bring you the news behind the news, and that is where we're going. So buckle up, friends. Buckle up. So I'm laying this story out before you, okay? And I'm going to tell you that Henry Kissinger, going way far back, the Kushner family, okay, met each other at the Long Island Chabad House. There's more to this, and we'll get to it. But I want you to start to see that there is a connection, and I'm going to take you on a ride and a trip that you're going to go, holy crap, David Benjamin is pretty freaking good at this. But you know what? It's not just me. I have some friends behind me. They're just back here. I keep them right behind. Donna, Danny, this one's for you. Both of you. They do amazing research to help me get this right, to help me get this story straight. Tell me when I'm going sideways. Tell me when I'm in the right direction. They're awesome. I'm grateful. Danny's at Spatial K, and Donna is, she has a difficult Twitter, 4513, and D. I'll get that one back to you. I'm sorry, Donna. I just can't remember at the moment. But we're gonna move right to the next thing here, okay? First thing I'm gonna tell you though, before we do that, the way I get my show on the air is by selling my new book. It's only been out for 6 or 7 days. It's called Inertial Guidance, Vibration and Frequency, How to Attune Them for Your Journey Through Life. Please buy this book. It's at Barnes & Noble, and it's also on Amazon. If you put in Inertial Guidance and then put in my last name, Warner, Woroner, you will find it. Now we're going to move ahead. We're moving ahead. I told you that we're not screwing around tonight, okay? Trump, Khashoggi, Deutsche Bank, and Chabad Lubavitch, okay? Unofficial investigation into Russiagate has uncovered a shocking and previously unknown set of connections. This is not new. I'm not going to read this. I just want you to see this headline and just take it in, okay? I got plenty to tell you, and I want to do it in a short period of time because I don't want you to lose interest, and I want you to do some digging yourself on this, okay? Part of the reason I want you to be here, and part of the reason I want part of the reason I'm not going to fill all the blanks in for you is because it's important to me that I start to teach you how to look stuff up for yourself. Comes from this was from Donna. She grabbed this for me, called the Rebbe.org. Okay, and I had told her earlier that the beginning of the Chabad Lubavitchers getting involved with our United States presidents started with Jimmy Carter. Okay? And here we are. Okay? They would not put him up there and hold him in esteem, etc., unless they had something going on. Okay? So that's just the beginning, but I want you to understand that since Jimmy Carter, the Chabad houses, the Lubavitchers, have had the ear of every president since then. Think about that for a minute. And think about the term undue influence. And think about how that is affecting our politics today. Does that make sense to you so far? All right. Like I said, I'm going to move along here. And I'm going to keep it squared up. And in this one, sorry about hitting my mic. This was one that Danny sent me. This is the epicenter of influence in the GOP. Now, tell me this is not an attempt at a coup. Attempt at a coup would mean that someone's trying to take over, right? Okay? Again, from the Rebbe's.org, and this is Donna. So it's funny, Danny and Donna were coming right up on the same stuff. It's almost the same time. It's really cool to see real time. But the point being, they put out the Rebbe's guidance to presidents of the United States. Okay? I just want you to take that into consideration. Okay? I want you to understand that the Lubavitchers, and some other people call them Chabadniks, etc., there's several different names that are attached to them: Chabadniks, Lubavitchers, etc. The most important thing I want you to understand about this, and like I said, I was going to get right to it and keep it short and knock it out. And I am, and this is this. Okay? I just showed you several screens. You may need to go back and watch it again just to get it. Not a problem. Do that. That's why it's on video. Hoorah. Okay. What is the bottom line here? Undue influence. What is the razor thin difference between undue influence and mob-like behavior? It's like this, folks. It's thin. Paper thin. Okay? And I believe that they have stepped over the bounds several times. Look, go back to Carter, come all the way up forward to now. And I want you to do this. And I'm actually going to do this now. I'm going to even show you what I'm doing. Okay? I'm going to hit a fresh screen. Okay. Then I'm going to do image. U.S. President. Chabad. I want you to see this in real time, okay? Now look what you got. I'm just going to click on one random one. I have not set this up beforehand. I don't know who that is. I'm sure you can figure out who that is. Or that. Okay? Are you starting to see what I'm trying to tell you here? Ronald Reagan holding a menorah in front of a Chabad guy. Are you guys freaking kidding me? Come on, man. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? I did that right live in front of you with no clue what was going to come up. But it came up, didn't it? Didn't it? Undue influence is a problem in the United States. It's a problem coming up for our voting in 2020. Not just the Russians. We have multiple groups of people that want to exert influence over how our country will be run now and in the future. That, I think, is the point that I wanted to get to, okay? Look at this, okay? Like I told you, I'm a Jew. I got no problem with Jewish people. I got no problem with Islamic people or Buddhists. I have no problem with anybody of any, affiliation group, etc., etc. Just don't be violent and don't use undue influence. Don't do pay for play. Do not try to interfere in our elections. So our elections need to be free and fair. And I told you I was going to do this quickly, and I told you I was going to put it in front of you, and that's what I've done. I've made my point. If you don't see it as clear as day, then, sometimes you can't help a junkie out. Sometimes you just can't help people out, man. But I just helped you out, and I just showed you that. This is Last Chance Radio with David Benjamin. Think about what I just showed you. Go back. Do your own homework. Don't believe anything I say. Check it out for yourself. You copy? Awesome. We'll see you next time. Last Chance Radio with David Benjamin. Outcomes.